I'm Ira Sachs, and I'm very happy. I'm a little bit shy, but happy to be back in the Criterion Closet. I'm going to start at Three Women. I worked for Robert Altman for 4 days, and he was stoned, I will say. And but what I did for him is I went to his warehouse in Queens, and I sorted things out, and I stole a poster of Three Women, which I still have, but it was one of about like 75 copies, so I don't feel bad, but it's unforgettable. That's all I would say. It really is like one of those films that seems like part of your body after you watch it, so this is a really good one. I love this movie, Night in the City, and I made a movie called Keep the Lights On, and I thought for a while of calling it Night in the City. I also thought of calling it Compulsion, which is, I think, what this movie is about. So whether it's gambling or drugs or sex or love or this film is just fueled with energy of desire and need that is insatiable. I guess it's one of the best films about addiction, I think, for me. This film and another, I picked Cold Water. These two films together were like transformative to a generation of American independent filmmakers living in New York City in the early 90s. They are like cinema as poetry and as pain and as beauty. They were also films about youth. Beau Travail in a different way than Cold Water, but they were films that somehow spoke to the yearning of our lives. And I guess I would say that there was like this back and forth. There was Cassavetes and the influence of Cassavetes on French cinema in the 90s, and then there was French cinema in the 90s and its influence on American independent cinema. And this one has like a 30-minute sequence in the middle, which is a party that, like the end of this film, these are things that you can't forget you've seen once you've seen them. I want to talk a lot about Michael Roemer. He made a series of features, several of which are some of the best American movies made in the 20th century. This is a film, it's a film about a couple who are together, madly in love, and by the end of the film, something has been destroyed by the environment. It's like a perfect metaphor in a certain way for the experience of living in a culture which is hateful and demeaning and destroys something. So this is a film, it's almost like a Fassbinder film, if made by a man like Michael Roemer, who survived the Kinder transport, came to America, became a wonderful filmmaker, and made these extremely human films. Nothing But a Man, a great one. This is the Heiress. Amazing, is all I would say. There is something about the desire of the central character, Olivia de Havilland, and its failure to be realized, which is breathtaking. Again, I weirdly keep coming back to Fassbinder. This is like a Fassbinder film made by William Wyler based on a Henry James novel. I've been in this closet before, but I cannot believe that I did not speak about The Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant, or that I did not speak about Rainer Werner Fassbinder at all. Thank you, Richard Meyer, my art historian friend. He quoted this for me, that Andy Warhol says, all art is copy. And I think probably no one knew that more than Rainer Werner, who was in conversation with the entire history of Germany and of cinema in such a beautiful way. It was also this time when there were groups of people who could make art together in a community and over a sustained period. And there was that cohesion and that trust, even if it included violence, which certainly with Fassbinder it did, that was beautiful. I mean, I think it's not dissimilar to what happened in the studio system. It's not dissimilar what happened in New York with certain theater companies, or what comes out of these people who commit to each other to make art and beauty collectively. And this is a testament to that. Thank you.